This and every episode of the Beard Speaks is brought to you by Beard Love. MyBeardLove.com for you to enjoy a 10% head-ass discount. If you got a beard, if you know somebody with a beard, it is your responsibility to take care of it. Not oiling your beard during the hot summer months is the equivalent of leaving an infant in the car. You don't want to do that, and you don't want to have a scraggly beard. So visit our friends over at MyBeardLove.com. Promotional consideration also provided by 7th Dimension 720.com, your internet headquarters for all things kratom, e-liquids, and CBD, including sludge. 7th Dimension 720's proprietary kratom blend. Visit 7th Dimension 720.com for all your nutraceutical needs. Tonight just got a whole lot interesting as news of a gathering of the Juggalos mobile app has crossed my desk. I went to Warped Tour over the weekend. We're going to talk about it. And the gathering, it's fucking already kicked off for most part. Officially starts tomorrow morning. We're going to talk about some things, what to expect, what I expect, and maybe we do some more of Chuck's predictions. As you can see, you know what it is. You know what it does. The beard, it speaks now.
Oh, come on, he's a miserable cocksucker fucking asshole. You hate him, admit it.
What up, heads? Here it is. Motherfucking Tuesday night, right? Tuesday? Am I tripping? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's fucking Tuesday. It's gathering week. No wonder my days are all screwed up. My internal calendar this time of year gets all squirrely. Lots of things going on. Lots of things to motherfucking talk about. And this mobile game thing that just crossed my desk. I'm trying to get my girlfriend to download it. The shit costs $5, but we're going to get to that because you're all going to get a fresh set of eyes on it, as am I. I have the whole iTunes game listing, and we're going to go through a couple of things that I already noticed. Let's see. I see lots of flame emojis in the motherfucking chat, and I gotta say, I appreciate it. Salute and flame emoji right back to all you motherfuckers in the chat. Been in the chat. I see Hot Rod in this motherfucker. I see Big Will, Joe Wiggles. Let's see. Oh, shit. Let's see. Cheese House was in here. Montana Josh, he back. Marvin, what's good? You know I love my viewers. You know I love my listeners. You know I love my peoples. I'm a little high right now. Excuse my sluggishness. I'm trying to drink this soda. Get a little more energy up. This mobile game thing deserves the roasting it's going to get because I can't believe that they're doing what they did what they did. I'm saying doing that, but it's already done. It's already out. And I assume that word of it leaked around at the gathering of the Juggalos. I'm sure whoever it was that dropped that information in my inbox. Let's see if I can figure that out. Oh, yeah. David Lawson, shouts to him. He dropped that information in my inbox, a la 215 Ninjas, who I believe are at the gathering. Hey, yo, look at that. Shouts to Dark Hills Gang. What's up, man? We might be seeing each other in a couple of months. I'm pretty excited about that prospect. Things are moving along. Things are picking up around the headquarters. Lots of shit popping. Lots of new content for y'all in various different forms, whether it's going to be this here, the impending daily beard shits that are going to start dropping. I need to just get all my shit linked, and we're going to start dropping those. That's going to be like mostly Spotify. We're going to try to draw a lot of traffic over to the Chuck Reeves, whatever the fuck, Spotify. But I don't even know how to direct y'all there at the moment. So allow me to work that out and figure that out. I'm trying to keep up with the replicons, as you can tell. I still appreciate, much respect to them, either at the gathering already or on their way. I hope they are safe. I hope the dinos have a great time. And I hope that, like, One Eye slaps the shit out of Child's Play Ninja. I'm not saying, but I'm saying. Like, One Eye should have as much beef with that dude as I do after some of the shit he said. But it is what it is. Let's see. news. All the news that's fit for the motherfucking internet, I suppose. Let's see. We'll go to the new shit folder. I got some stuff to pull up here to show y'all. Some things that got announced today. Kind of out of no place. There it is right there. Look at that. Gonna have to make that tinier. All my Strange Music fans, all my technicians, coming off the highly successful Planet Tour that just concluded. Shit, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, at this rate, probably just around a month ago, that tour concluded and was finally over. He's getting ready for his Australia, New Zealand run. But today, on all the associated social medias and web places where such things would pop up, this flyer appeared. Tech Nine's Independent Grind Tour 2018. Right off rip, that's like the third time. Whoever's naming tours over at Strange Music is lazy. I don't know who would be in charge of that. Probably somebody in marketing, I would hope. Hopefully you would have somebody in marketing. Because I don't know if I would have used this name for a third time. But nonetheless, Tech Nine's Independent Grind Tour 2018. Of course, the man himself, Tech Nine. Futuristic and Dizzy Wright from the old Funk volume. With special guest Chris Calico, if you didn't guess that to begin with. If you're not familiar with Futuristic, I'm not surprised. He's actually one of like Hobson's underbosses out there out west. Little tiny dude. He's a tiny fella. I seen him one time. He's like fucking 5 feet tall. He's a little tiny dude. Like, tinier than Gmo tiny. Like, but Futuristic's the dude. Good, great rapper, kind of one of them viral dudes. And then I'm into Dizzy Wright. Dizzy Wright's one of those weed dudes. I like all that shit. I used to call him a generic Wiz Khalifa. But then I realized that Wiz Khalifa is a generic Wiz Khalifa. So, tour's leaving on October 6th. Tour concludes on December 1st. I'm hearing rumors. Worcester, Massachusetts. Expect him the day after Thanksgiving. November 23rd. Worcester, Massachusetts. At the Palladium. Where he fucking should be, where he wasn't on this last tour. We had to go fucking Boston for that garbage. But Worcester, day after Thanksgiving, November 23rd. November 21st, I'm hearing NYC. So all my East Coast heads, I know some of them dates already. One of the big interesting things on the flyer is the fact that apparently Booloo, that new collaboration between Tech Nine and Strange Music and the Boulevard Brewing Company from Kansas City, Missouri, will be available at most venues. And then at select retailers, obviously the select retailers being the ones in those regions that Boulevard typically stocks. But if they're traveling around with like a fucking tractor trailer truck full of beer and then like giving it to venues and saying sell this and then we'll give you, like, that's fucking fire. But you're not going to be able to take them out of the venue with you. Good luck with that shit. I can't see that they're going to be able to sell these at the merch booth. They're going to have to turn these over to the bars, the individual bars at the venues, which means you might have to get it in a cup depending on what bar or whatever you're in. Like I said, I don't see many people being able to buy a Booloo at a show and take that fucker home for collection purposes. Open container laws and everything. So yeah, so you got that to look forward to. Obviously, that's after Tech's return from Australia. Shouts to the whole Strange Squad. Shouts to that dude Stephen Copeland out there on the road. I heard that dude, like, literally, he did the Spring Tech tour. He's on tour with Webby right now, Chris Webby. He's going to Australia, and then he's going on the fucking fall tour. That dude's fucking, that's what we call a worker. That's what we need. We need more of that. We need more work. You know what I'm saying? More work, less bullshit. I went to Twiztid at Warped Tour in Hartford, CT, which was a wonderfully dusty time. Woke up mad fucking early for me, about 7 in the morning. Got ready to go. Left my house about a little after 8. Drove the 2 hours, which turned into 3 once we actually got to Hartford, thanks to construction and traffic and bullshit. Got parked, which was fairly easy, albeit pretty far away from the venue. How far are we? Like a mile, you think? Like a mile and a half from the venue were the free lots. The Xfinity Theater is located in a part of downtown Hartford where there's only one close parking lot, and that parking lot was $50 fucking dollars. I'm not paying that. You tripping? You fucking tripping? $50. $50. That's like an Uber ride. That's like several Uber rides. Fuck you. I ain't paying $50 to park there. So we parked over by the Hartford baseball stadium for their AAA, I guess, Goats. The Hartford Goats. Nice stadium. Parked the whip. Made the extensive walk over to the venue. And like most Warped Tour dates, it was Hot Topic on tour featuring food. And we were all outside in a dust pit. And dust immediately stuck to every follicle in my beard, making it a gross, nasty mess. I got fucking dirt all over my fucking legs. When I came home and peeled my socks off, fucking, it looked like I had tan lines on my ankles, but it was dirt and shit. I burned the fuck up out of my neck because I didn't have my Sunblock 5000 to protect my ginger skin from the sun's harmful UV radiation. And the curse of the Caucasoid causes me to catch fire like a fucking vampire anytime I'm exposed to direct sunlight. What else happened? Late set. Personally, I was hoping for 1 o'clock performance, 2:30, 2:45 at the fucking latest meet and greet. What that turned into was a 6 p.m. performance with a 7 p.m. meet and greet. So we got there at like 11, like really got there, got into Warped Tour, and we were there for the better part of 10 hours. And I'm fucking old, and there wasn't a lot of sitting down, and it was fucking hot, and heat is whack, and they had like $20 double Tito's and lemonades. I spent $20. My chick spent $20, I should say, on fucking chicken tenders that I didn't even want her to buy, because I'm not about buying. Like, yo, pro tip: don't buy food at a festival. Pro tip: like, pack a sandwich. Security was so lax at this fucker. We go over to the check-in place, because I had credentials and shit waiting for me. Shouts to George V and the Magic Ninja crew for hooking it up with the pass, the photo pass, and the other thing. So we went over there, got that straightened out. We head for the gate, because everybody's got to go through the gate, regardless of pass level, unless you're one of the part of the actual tour itself. So roll through, and I got a backpack, and it's got the GoPro in it. It's got some fucking promo. It has some pins in it. I had like a bag of weed in my hand. Like, that was the only thing I was really worried about, was like a tiny bag of weed. Dude grabs my bag, like security dude, and I'm expecting him to at least open it, and he just kind of feels it and goes, "What's in here?" And I'm like, "GoPro?" And he's like, "Okay, you're good." Bitch, that's not security. I don't know what the fuck I don't know what that was. I could have seriously have been like, not guns. Nothing dangerous. Don't worry about what's in there, fam. Like, any of those answers seems like it may have been acceptable to Mr. Minimum Wage security guy at the Xfinity Theater. So they must be a low-value target if that's the way that they're treating people's bags. And people were coming through security. It was funny, because people were coming through security surprised at how lax it was. Like, I think I go through more stringent security when I go to the fucking courthouse to pay a traffic ticket. Like, straight up. Twiztid, before that, I did get the chance to check out a couple of bands that I was interested in. One of them being Necrogoblicon. I got to fucking be about that fucking close to the damn goblin, which I was fucking excited as piss about because that goblin's dope. If you ain't familiar with Necrogoblicon, they have a hype man / head goblin named Johnny Goblicon who runs around goblin in a Hawaiian shirt, man. Fuck you want. You want to talk about the fucking the epitome of not giving a fuck? Imagine if you were a goblin wearing a Hawaiian shirt. That is the epitome of no fucks. Zero fucks. 0.0 fucks. So got to peep that. Wanted to see how far my pass would get me. So I went over to the main amphitheater portion, the big, large main stage area. And I got video. I'm going to end up cutting it all together and putting it out later this week. But we went all the way from the back fence of the lawn area, past everything. And then I ended up like this fucking far away from the band 303, which I had heard of, but wasn't really familiar with. And I got to say, there's shots. It was a huge packed amphitheater of fucking kids. Like, Hot Topic fucking discount club members going ape shit. Going ape shit. It's like rap music, honestly. There's a song they do called My Dick, I guess. I don't know. I'm not overly familiar. I was talking to my boy about them, and he was like, "Oh, they've got this song called My Dick," and I'm like, "Oh, how nice." That's what I want to hear. All right, so Twiztid, 6 o'clock. Twiztid's doing a dope half hour, and they're doing enough OG shit, and then they're doing shit with changes to it. They're doing parts of stuff. There's a funny little interlude they do where I don't even know what they're doing, if they're doing it in every city or if they're changing it up every day. But they start with the beginning of Keep 'Em Separated, which is quite hysterical. That would be an old Warped Tour style song. Let me see. They do Hydro. I'm into that. They finish off with We Don't Die, which is a great choice. Fantastic fucking choice. Large fucking crowd to view them. Apparently Warped Tour has been pairing Twiztid with a band called Motionless in White. Motionless with White has a very large fan base, and they're playing the other Monster Energy stage. The way the Warped Tours run is you have, the large fucking amphitheater stage, main stage. You have the Full Sail stage, which is like the shit stage. There's another stage that's even shittier than that. That's not even a fucking stage. It's a roped off part of the parking lot. And then you have the two medium-sized stages that are known as the Monster Energy stages. One being the red stage. What was the other one? Was it green? All right, yeah. It was a red monster stage and a green monster stage. And I guess that comes up quite frequently because during Necrogoblicon's set, which was on the green stage, dudes ran over and put red fucking monsters up there. And it was like an attack. So I guess there's like, the two stage crews from each stage fuck with each other about this red monster, green monster thing, which is kind of funny. I mean, it's definitely fucking amusing. But so Motionless in White, the day that we went in Hartford, they went on right before Twiztid on that green Monster Energy stage. And what happens is the moment one of those stages shuts down, the next stage starts. And then they use this, the time that, say, the red stage is on to reset the green stage for that next artist. It's run like fucking clockwork, man. They were real close to being on time, if not maybe a minute or two early or late. I mean, they're doing a great set. Afterwards, they, 20-minute break and then meet and greet. The meet and greet line was not only long, but people kept adding to it. So we kept looking up. I was sitting by the line and kept looking up, and it was like, oh, the line's not moving. And it was like, no. clearly the line's moving. More people are just getting in it. You know, so they're definitely pulling in some new interest. There were people there that were enjoying them that were not juggalos. There were a lot of juggalos in the house. Shouts to Gunna. I know he's on the way to the gathering right now. Shit, who else did I see, man? Mike Foster. Shouts to you. Shouts to Hot Rod. I know I seen you. Shit, Blood and Vinyl, I think is homeboy's name from Instagram. I seen him. Shouts to him. Shouts for asking for the picture and shit. Shouts to you. Shouts to everybody I talked to about the show. I drank some sodas while I was there. For $8, you got a soda that you could just refill all the fucking time. Which, if I would have known that, I probably would have gotten it immediately as soon as we got there. And then drank 700 sodas and gotten my $8 worth. But the problem with the fucking soda was that the soda's lid was a bowl for food. So, like, we had a cup that had a bowl on it where the straw was coming up through the fucking middle, and the chicken nuggets and the french fries and shit were on top of the cup. So if I went like this and tried to drink out of the straw, which is another issue I'll get to in a second, my beard would get all up in the honey mustard and shit. And the fucking 87-degree ranch my chick got from the fucking pump machine. They had one of them condiment tables, and it was, you know, ketchup, mustard, relish, and then they got one that's ranch dressing. Bitch, that shit's been sitting out in the fucking 100-degree fucking parking lot all day. Gross. But you know what? I ate it. I didn't regret it. No regrets. I love me some ranch dressing, but that shit didn't even taste like ranch. On the low, that shit, the heat had changed its flavor profile. Let's just say that. But see, the thing is, I'm sure that ranch in that fucking pump thing's nasty anyway, because it was like Heinz ranch. Kind of fucking ranch is that? That ain't Hidden Valley. It's not legitimate ranch. Other food complaints. The Caucasian ass nachos, which was like straight up some plain Doritos and American cheese. Like, I'm glad I didn't get that. I'm also special beard shout out to the chick working the food counter who wouldn't sell my girlfriend a 14-hour-old rock hard hot pretzel. I was like, yo, I got $6. Can I get that pretzel? And this chick's like, you don't want that pretzel. See, me, I'm selling you that pretzel. If you asking for it, you're obviously fucking needy. Like, at that point, I was needy for calories. My girl knew. I didn't. Fellas, listen to your ladies when they're like, yo, we should eat some food because it's fucking 800 degrees and you're starting to get snippy. Just fucking eat, dog. Don't make your girl ask for food twice. Lesson learned. Just feed them. So if they hungry, feed them. I mean, easy peasy. Like, that's it. If they hungry, feed them. Mahatma Gandhi was working the smoothie booth, which I thought was funny. Let's see. What was that other band we watched? Sound Driver, maybe? Fuck. The woman kept yelling about being a faggot. So, any band that's allowed with, like, they were just standing up there yelling about it. They had, like, T-shirts of Iron Man and Captain America making out. And it said, Make America Gay Again. I don't know. Good stuff, though. She wailed. Overall, good day. Like, it's good to see them performing well somewhere where people didn't think they were going to. I'm sure a lot of people, even some fans of Twiztid, anticipated this not to be a successful venture, to not be a successful trip. But quite the contrary. Today I know they rocked for a packed crowd sometime in the afternoon in Toronto. And I know they're probably back across back in this country now, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, it was dope. They're giving all their shit. You know, we're used to seeing Twiztid do an hour. You get a little spoiled with that. But with them doing 30 minutes, it really seriously is all killer, no filler. And those guys leave that stage no less wet, no less exhausted, and no less, you know, just spent than they do after an hour. So don't go out there thinking you're getting a half-ass show because they're doing half the time. You're getting probably about double the fucking show. Draven on those drums, killing the fucking game. He drums the shit out of stuff. I'm surprised he can even use his arms, except to do that. Guy's like an octopi. I can't do it. I'm not limber enough, and I don't have any rhythm. So says the Beard. Shouts to everybody we've seen. Beeve sweating it out in the fucking merch booth. Oh yeah, merch shit. Throw that jersey over here. So the one piece of merch I am excited about that did come off this trip, if you are interested. They got these Jones, the Batman Twiztid. Let me do that. The Batman Twiztid basketball jersey. It's embroidered. It's a very, very like soft and like everything about it is just malleable and soft. It's not a hard jersey. It's embroidered. The inside's real fresh. The tag, authentic Twiztid Shop product. Gotta love that shit. And then there's also an authentic Twiztid Shop product tag at the bottom. If you know me and you know my propensity towards some merch, these tags are real cool and real important. But yeah, it's an old logo, but it's a dope logo, and it's dope in the blue and yellow. These were $60. They have the Warped Gets Twisted, like aquamarine blue, fucking, I guess they're baseball practice jerseys. They're like pullovers, but those were $100. They had a Warped Gets Twisted t-shirt, which I didn't know they had, that my chica got. That was $20. They have the new Friday the 13th shirts, the red ones. Those were $20. Those are dope. You can get those UGH tarot cards out there featuring your boy Chuck Reeves. You should probably fucking do that. Mad shit over there. So shouts to Beeve. Oh, and the shorts. My chick got shorts too. Dope ass Twiztid shorts. So now while I'm hitting it, I gotta look at Twiztid on her butt. It's alright. Yeah, it was a fire day. I gotta say, at the end of it, my body hurt. I was tired. We came home and like passed the fuck out after a 2-hour drive home. You know, it was cool though. Glad I went. They had a bunch of dope shit in that merch booth. You should definitely check them out. They're selling a lanyard. See, I didn't know about this either, and they're not really promoting it online at all. I haven't seen it online at all. If you visit the merch booth at Warped Tour, they have a lanyard you can buy with a laminate that gives you front of the line, you know, privileges at the meet and greet after. It's only $15. Plus a USB with mad music on it. Like mad music on it. Oh, not a USB, a download code rather. Excuse me, a download code. So it's like $15. You get the cool laminate, you get the cool lanyard, and you get the download code for all these songs, plus front of the line access at the meet and greet. Which is pretty dope. Like, it's something. And there's a low price point on that. You know what I mean? $15. Especially if you got something really, like, you want something signed, and it's, like, important, and you, whatever. If you have something specific in mind, I wish I would have known about it, you know, prior to. All right. Damn, I talked about Warped Tour for a long time. It's midnight. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to ask that you all share this motherfucking program. We're going to get to the Gathering of the Juggalos here in just a second. But before we do, I want to remind everybody, please follow this fucking channel. Subscribe here to the Replicon. Make sure you're over at the Beast Host channel at beasthostbeard.com. Make sure you're subscribing to that channel. There will be exclusive content going up on that channel soon. Make sure you hit me up on Twitter at the Beards Tweets. And of course, Instagram and motherfucking Facebook at Beast Host Beard. I brought somebody in who's a professional to help me run the Facebook. So the Facebook is going to be a lot more active, but understand that occasionally that ain't even going to be me. So I get that the haters are going to hate and whatnot, and I don't care. But maybe just, be nice. Be nice to this dude. Be fucking harassing people. Fucking assholes. Yo, what up, Jake? Yo, I can't wait. We're mere weeks away, everybody. I haven't really been promoting it that much, I guess. But we are like a couple of weeks away. And one of the highlights, other than the pre-party itself, is going to be I'm going to be meeting my beard brother, Jake, for the very first time. He's traveling his ass from his homestead there in fucking Omaha and making the trip down to Front Row Live in Kokomo for the entire Attack of the Ninjas 3-day weekend extravaganza. Starting with the Attack of the Ninjas pre-party, featuring Drive-By, featuring Native World, featuring Red. Just added the Homeboys Body Bag Syndicate. I need to get that new flyer up there. Featuring the 4 Juggalos by Juggalos gaming group, headed up by Lewis and Andy. They're going to be in the motherfucking house. And then I'm hearing that we're going to have an audio world premiere listening party going on at the same time as this fucking show. How is all this freshness possible, Chuck Reeves? It's beard power. It's what we do. Stay tuned for info on what unheard new fucking release you're gonna get to hear in your fucking ear holes for the very first time at the Attack of the Ninjas pre-party. And this ain't no slouch. I'm gonna tell you what. This ain't no, oh, so-and-so dropped a mixtape on CDR and it's hand-numbered 500 copies and it's a blank CDR and it's shoved inside of a National Grid envelope. That's not what this is at all. This is some legitimate, good stuff. Let's see. Are you going to be in the house too? All right, Larry, Lawrence Metzger. Look at that, Montana Josh talking about they coming down. Souped about that. I got to meet them first time, him and his lovely wife, at the last Attack of the Ninjas. I'm really souped about this trip. Me, my wonderful lady, and my boy Justin driving 13 and a half hours. But we will get there, and we will have bells on, and we will be ready to party with all you heads. Everybody need to come out. This pre-party going to be a fucking slapper of epic fucking proportions. Speaking of slappers, I guess we can continue on with tonight's discussion. Want to talk about the Gathering of the Juggalos a little bit. It's the eve of the gathering, and all through the lot, every creature was stirring in search of a buck. Tomorrow, gates open, and I think there are a lot of surprises, a lot of big releases yet to be unfolded, and who knows, maybe a little bit of bullshit this weekend at fucking Lando Lakes, fucking amphitheater, fucking concert place, Lost fucking whatever the fuck it's called. What's it called? What's the place called? Somebody in the chat correct me. I know it's not Lost Lakes, because that's where it was last year. What is it? I can see it in my brain. I don't know. I know there's a gas station right outside. So the first thing I guess we can talk about, merch and shit, pictures have already hit the internet. If you want psychopathic ICP merch, you're in for a treat. There's a shitload of it. It's all in the one tent. But what you won't find in that tent is any other merch. You won't find light merch in that tent. You won't find Ouija merch in that tent. You won't find hoodoo merch in that tent. You won't find fucking ABK merch in that tent. Supposedly, Ouija and Light are sharing a space for their merch. Any ABK merch would be found in the Native World tent. I know DJ Clay printed out a bunch of promotional merch, like sunglasses and fucking waters that you can buy. So make sure you go see him in whatever fucking corner they shoved him in. CDs. This is where things are going to get weird this weekend, because you have several releases coming out of Psychopathic. Now, first and foremost, the one we heard about first, Ouija Max follow-up to Gutter Water, which just fucking dropped a month ago. Water Damage is supposed to be dropping at the Gathering of the Juggalos. All right? We've got the Hell's Cellar, Hell's Pit era throw-out tracks, I suppose, as well as one track I heard called The Big Bad Wolf that I was told was an unused track from Wizard of the Hood. So you got that. Apparently they're releasing it in physical copy on some kind of colored vinyl, and it's limited to 665 copies. That's in keeping with the 665, triple F, Frightful Fed Furry shit. And that's where I'm going to go next. The Gathering Amulet this year, according to pictures I've seen, is the head of the new Joker's card, Fearless Fred Furry. This has led to rampant speculation, and I'm convinced of it at this point, that you are going to get the surprise release of Fearless Fred Fury during this weekend. Physical copies, there's really no way to distribute them nowadays. Okay? So you make them available at the Gathering when everybody's there. It's the most anticipated release of the year from them. So they can sell a bunch there. They can release it online concurrently with the physical release at the Gathering. And then everybody can just download it. And if you want a physical copy, you can go to Hatchet Gear and wait 6 to 8 months for it. So I'm expecting the release of this CD, and hopefully we start hearing some tracks from it as soon as it hits the fucking street. Like, as soon as it hits the fucking street. Let's see. Keegan the Creep, Ouija doing triple duty, and DJ Clay got some shit coming out called Trey Deuce, which the name alone kind of irked me a little bit, given all the anti-gang shit, considering Trey Deuce is a Crip set. And how can you yell about you not being in a gang and then you gonna name your mixtape after a Crip set? I'm confused. And then you're literally gonna do it with a guy who takes on Crip tendencies. Whether or not he's actually active as a Crip, I'm talking about Ouija, is neither here nor there. But the fact that that dude got Crip tendencies, that's what I'll call it. If he ain't a Crip, he got some Crip tendencies. I'm just not into it. We'll see where that goes. I'll just say that. We'll see where that goes. I will be checking it out. I checked out his last fucking CD, Party Favors. I gave it a fair shot. I mean, he's not a rapper, obviously. I don't think he ever has been. Let's see. Well, I would hope at the very least you're going to get a release date for it. I would assume, that's a foregone assumption. But in the days today where people like Jay-Z are just dropping shit, and because of digital, It doesn't matter. There doesn't need to be any lead time. No one has to plan a trip to the store. Like, the reason for release dates was to remind motherfuckers that, hey, your fat ass is going to have to get up, get in the car, drive to Sam Goody, and buy the record when it comes out. And they used to come out on Tuesdays exclusively. Shit, I remember being at fucking Strawberries on a Tuesday, picking up, like, Dog Food and fucking Death Row's Greatest Hits. Like, it was typically industry standard. Tuesday releases to extend that week by a couple of days, that first week. And you actually had to go to the record store. You ain't got to go to the record store now. Like, you can release whatever you want, whenever you want. And other than just generating hype, which they have been for several months, you can just drop it on motherfuckers. And then it's a surprise. The element of surprise is back. It used to be you couldn't have a surprise because the distributor sheet that would come out 3 months prior to the release of your record would have the record on it. Somebody mentioned an interview that they did. I haven't been able to find it. But apparently, according to the interview, at the end of it, they say that they're gearing up for the release of their album, Fred, on July 20th, which is Friday. So, that Misery record, which nobody gives a fuck about, which is going to straight up go styrofoam, because nobody cares. Nobody gave a fuck 20 years ago. What makes you think anybody cares now? Like, I like him. I used to like that. Like, that was what brought me into this. I've made it clear several times. Misery's song, Stimulated Dome, was what really was. I was like, all right, there's a lot here. Like, there's more here than meets the eye. There's hip-hop shit here. But even me, man, like, you missed your target audience for that shit by about, 17 years. And I can't see, with people like Ouija doing the numbers he is, that heads are going to be rushing to get that Misery record. I mean, they tried to sweeten the pot by giving you, like, the record that he just finished, which I'm sure is hot garbage, and that's why they decided to package it with something they had from 20 years ago, which I'm sure is better. So we got all that. What do I think is going to happen? I'm really not fucking sure. I gotta be honest. Tomorrow night, ABK is headlining main stage. We all know his relationship with the company has been touchy lately, and with some of the things that have been going on, things are real shaky with a bunch of people. It's funny that just a couple of days ago, Ouija Mac was talking about somebody donating a car to him for a fucking interview, and I can see from posts on Instagram that he's riding to the gathering with Keegan. Is that because he doesn't have a car? Is he getting paid? Why doesn't he have any money? His record literally just came out. It's a little ridiculous the way Psychopathic Records is treating people. And I think during this weekend we're going to see exactly how bad or good that actually is. We'll see whose performances go off without a hitch. We'll see whose performances suffer strange mishaps, strange occurrences. I'm expecting the Power to drop off one of the side stages at some point. I'm expecting a lot of illegal fireworks. I heard the police were already there asking heads to quit shooting the fucking fireworks in the parking lot because they were going on the highway. I'm expecting motherfuckers to have a good time. I'm expecting to hear horror stories, as we do every year, and they've already started with somebody getting left at a fucking gas station on their way to the fucking gathering. I mean, the gathering hadn't even started, and you already got left behind, fam. Who are you, Blase Rose? I hope everybody who's there is safe. I'm definitely going to be getting check-ins from people there, and we will try to keep up on information as it becomes available. Things that happen, good things, bad things, any types of things. If you're there and you are a viewer of the program, do not hesitate. Hit me up on any of my social medias and drop those fucking truth nuggets on me. Let me know how things are going. What do we got? I think I got enough time for this. Yeah, I got 15 minutes left. It's a good way to roll in. Oh, my whole thing is who it is that I think's at the gatherings in this envelope. If you didn't watch the last episode, go back, watch the last episode. Because my prediction for who the MNE artist is in this fucking envelope. And nothing from my experience Sunday has led me to believe otherwise. So it's not what you believe, it's what you know in some cases. And what I know is in that envelope. So after the gathering, it's not even, it may not even be after the gathering, depending on what happens. But, you know, after the gathering, there'll still be talk of this, or it'll be known. The minute it becomes known publicly, we'll open the envelope. But I'm not going to break the news. So if people are still like, I don't know, then I'm not going to open the fucking envelope until everybody knows. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So this literally popped up on my desk the second before we went to fucking air. And I'm glad that I found it. Anybody out there, if you've got a phone, if you've got an iPad, whether that be an Apple product or an Android product, you can now slide on over. Hold on, oh, there we go. You can now slide on over to your app store and you can purchase this absolutely fine product. Let me make this a little bigger. If you've ever wanted to experience the excitement and the stress of throwing your own Gathering of the Juggalos, if you've got $4.99, you can now simulate it on your phone or mobile device. Okay? I don't know what the company's called. Flight Systems, maybe? Something like that. Presents ICP The Gathering, the official Gathering of the Juggalos mobile game. Description. Let me make this bigger so I can read it to y'all. Because I cannot believe this for the fucking life of me. Juggalos unite. Hold on, let me, I'm going to read it. Or try to. Damn, my eyesight is going to complete shit. It's staring at the fucking screen all the time. There we go. That's a better size. Juggalos Unite, the official Insane Clown Posse game is here. Do you have what it takes to be the #1 Juggalo and rise the leaderboards? That makes me believe that this game has some sort of co-op and everybody's connected function. All right? You're in charge of launching the Gathering, the biggest festival of the year. Plan the Gathering and launch your own festival. Nearly every aspect of the Gathering is at your fingertips. Features all your favorite psychopathic artists. Hold on, let me make this bigger. Why is this fucking text so weird? All right, there we go. All your favorite psychopathic records artists simmed out. Simmed out, it says. But we're going to get to that because it's not. It's not. And I'll show you what I mean. The ultimate festival simulation. Each festival attendee has their own personal... Oh, my bad. Has their own personality and lifestyle. They'll eat when they're hungry, go to the bathroom when nature calls, visit AIMs when they're out, ATMs when they're out of cash, etc., etc., etc. Construct your stages and events. Hire musicians and comedians. Plan your timeline and decide when each artist performs. Purchase land for your festival and even liability insurance. First of all, we know for a fucking fact Psychopathic Records has never bought land or liability insurance for any of their gatherings, but whatever. Progress and expand your festival. Okay. So yeah. So there's this. No. No. Nah fam? Is nah fam a good one? Can we do nah fam? Where's them pictures at? Because the one picture that really was fucking with me here. Hold on, let me find what I'm looking for and I'll send that back. It's okay. It says all your favorite artist simmed out, whatever the fuck that means. But they have a screen grab here from the artist talent booking page. And as you can see, neither one of the people listed here is a psychopathic artist, because I don't know who in the shit. Oh, let me call that back up. I don't know who in the shit anybody KI-A is. I don't know any artist by the name of anybody KI-A. Do you? Flame emojis in the chat if you have any of the records released by anybody KI-A. Are you gonna like seriously tell me that the mobile app censored the word killer? Or do you think potentially this is some way to prevent having to pay Killa for his inclusion in this program? Because as you can see, right under anybody KI-A is a name that looks kind of familiar, but it really isn't. Because I don't know any artist by the name of Big Huda. Because if you look there, it's spelled Bighooda. Now, one of these things I could write off as like maybe a misspelling, or maybe somebody fucked up, or somebody was being overcautious. But when I look at this, I have to assume that these fucking guys are not getting paid any kind of money for their sims, which would be industry standard anywhere you go. Let's see. Apparently you can build stages and stuff. I have to assume that you ain't gonna be able to fucking build no drug bridge. The shit's $5, which in mobile game terms, that's a lot. Like, $5 is a grip. We're gonna see. I might end up getting it, or convincing my old lady to, because I want to play it and like talk about it and see if I can become the #1 juggalo. Because I shit you not, if I could become the #1 juggalo through a mobile app, I would put that shit on my motherfucking resume. So, I mean, that is what it is. Say what you want, but that's essentially George V. What George V did, that's Rob's job. Maybe this is a program. They're trying to find the next fucking CEO of the company. And whoever shows a propensity towards building a fake festival on an app game is going to get the job. Fucking that sort of style. Let's see. Got a couple minutes left. Let's see what's going on in the chat. If you got questions, you got comments, drop them now. I'm really, really paying attention. Yo, it straight up looks like mad old Roller Coaster Tycoon, too. It's 2018. Like, straight the fuck up. And it's official, too. Like, the fact that it's fucking official and it looks like that, like, that's... I should do it and just do it an official review. Do I get to rip off meth dealers in the parking lot? Probably not. I'm sure that there is no drug references. I guarantee that you aren't scheduling a fucking wet t-shirt contest. Look at Jake with the bring back the dope men thing. Jake, I was actually thinking about a way to bring back some dope men, kinda. But like in a weird roundabout way. The misery thing actually gave me the idea. Because if I put out something new, the dope men may see... The dope men may see a re-release. In the form of... you know, if you buy the new one, you're going to get the dope men one. But I want to make sure that my homeboy Duddy is properly compensated for such, you know, for previous work put in. But as far as dope men shows, man. Oh yeah, no, I'll bring the banner for sure. I'm actually getting ready to move. Anybody who's been trying to get in touch with me Continue to try, because I'm probably going to fucking ignore you. But we're getting ready to move. And once we move, I make sure I'll put that banner aside. That banner's going to you, Jake, for sure. Yeah, no, that is an official psychopathic app. And yes, those names are misspelled, which makes me think that either it was... No, you know what? There is no either or. This shit was done intentionally to prevent anybody from having to be paid likeness rights. Straight the fuck up. But I bet you mad people are going to download it. Fuck, Kim Kardashian made a zillion fucking dollars off her bullshit app. I'm sure they'll make some dollars too. Let's see. Anything else? What's the deal with Ouija asking for car donations? Ouija doesn't have a car. That's what the deal is. That's what I'm assuming that's what the deal is. And then the idea that he's not going to give interviews to people. Well, first of all, he said that didn't apply to Fago Lovers. And of course it doesn't apply to Fago Lovers, considering Fago Lovers is a subsidiary of Psychopathic. Also, I find it weird that he says he's not going to give interviews when he's been running around events coked out of his fucking brain for the past 8 months, telling every single person who has a blog that he would interview with them at the Gathering of the Juggalos, including 215 Ninjas, who, if I'm not mistaken, some of the dudes who rock 215 Ninjas also run Ouija's Street Team. So if you're running Ouija's Street Team and you got to get him a car to do a video, there's a fucking problem, fam. There's a problem. When's the new shirt drop? Soon. I'm going to work on merch shit over the next day or two. I'd like to get some new merch up in the next month or next couple weeks. It would definitely help with moving to get merch up. Let's see. Yeah, like, for real, man, if I buy you a car, I better be able to fucking interview you about anything I want. Like, anything. Like, what'd your mama do? Like, take a blood test. It better be more than just an interview. For a fucking vehicle? For a car? And then he's not paying for interviews is like trash. Like, you shouldn't do that. You honestly should not do that. You should not pay to interview anybody. If I got one piece of advice, if somebody wants something from you to interview them, tell them to go fuck themselves. All right? This here helps a person like him way more than it helps a person like me, trust. Because he only going to get interviewed once. You know how many shows there are? Like, even the tech interview only does so much in terms of, you know, visibility, in terms of views. It only does so much. Yo, if y'all are giving away cars, feel free to chuck one my way. Feel free. Oh, if you didn't catch my amazing joke, I was inspired to write an amazing joke strictly for my jugs. All right, strictly for the 17%. And I'm hoping that anybody out there that may be listening, who may be at the Gathering of the Juggalos, videotape yourself dropping this joke on Violent J at like the autograph thing or anywhere on the grounds, and you'll get a fucking merch prize pack for sure. Why did Violent J cross the road? To get to the Echo side. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, my name is Chuck Reeves. I am the East Coast Beast host. Later, heads. The beard has spoken.